Hey everybody, Joe here with a LEGO Star Wars 2025 review. This is set number 75403, Grogu with Hover Pram. It's made up of 1048 pieces and measures over 19 centimeters high, 18 centimeters long and 16 centimeters wide, and it is rated for ages 10 and up. In case it's not obvious, this set is based on the little Yoda-like alien companion as seen in the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, affectionately called Baby Yoda by fans, but officially named Grogu. The box's vertical layout really helps to showcase the set in front of a great background featuring the homestead on Navarro from Season 3. The black greebling with a brown border that wraps around the box complements the design very well, and at the back we get a great shot of all the set's elements as well as some of the model's features. But opening up the box reveals 11 numbered plastic bags, a small sticker sheet with 6 stickers, and 2 instruction booklets, which oddly doesn't have the same paper stock. It took me about 2 hours to build the set, starting with bag 1, that has you building the core of the figure that includes some mechanisms inside for the play features. Bag 2 completes his outfit and tiny little arms before moving on to bag 3, where you start on Grogu's head and cute face. And bag 4 completes Grogu by adding his ears to the head and attaching it to the body. We also build his amphibious snack, which completes the first booklet. After that, we move on to booklet 2, where the rest of the build focuses on building the very intricate hover pram. I was very surprised that 6 bags were used for the pram, but it was a good building experience overall. There's a ton of great techniques used to get the rounded shape just right, and while it did have a few repetitive building steps, it was fun to see it take form. And finally, bag 11 has you building a stand for the pram as well as a very nice display block, complete with a mini version of the pram. And once you are done building the set, you should end up with these extra pieces. Now, onto the set. This isn't the first time seeing Grogu as a brick build figure, and I'm happy to say that this one is way less weird looking. It's also nice to see the hover pram included this time around, even if it takes up the majority of the build and pushes up the price of the set. But let's remove Grogu from the pram to get a good look at him first. So while this is a smaller version of him, I think he looks fantastic. The cute factor has definitely been increased. His body, while simple, has some great texture and detail thanks to some studs not on top techniques, and the tan coloring is just perfect. I love the fact that his head is mounted on a ball joint because along with the movable ears, you can play around with it to get the cutest looking poses possible. And his face is definitely a highlight for me thanks to some very clever part usage. That hinge plate for his little nose is just great. I appreciate the large printed eyes, and it sits very nicely in between those eyebrow and cheek pieces. Taking a look at the back of the figure, you have these 2 massive gears protruding out of him. It doesn't look that great visually, but what it allows you to do is fantastic. By moving the gears, you can make Grogu's hands go up and down, which really brings the figure to life. I also love how the arms and fingers can be adjusted to get some great poses out of him. He also comes with a few nice accessories, like these blue cookies, a shifter knob, and a brick-built Sorgan frog, Grogu's favorite snack. And they can all be attached to Grogu's hands, which is pretty cool. Like I mentioned, the hover pram is where most of the bricks go, and it's quite a solid structure. There is a few unavoidable gaps, but overall it's quite impressive how round the designers were able to make it, and I like how these corners slot into their allotted spaces. We get some yellow tiles and stickers on both sides to break up all the white a little, and there's also a few bits of light bluish grey bricks used here and there. I do wish these round stickers were printed though, because it really sucks when these aren't lined up properly. One standout for me is the way the rounded trim of the pram was achieved, thanks to these sideways panels that are clipped to each other and the pram. The lid of the pram is made up of these 2 excellent large curved panels, and I like the design element on top that holds them together. Of course, the real pram can close completely, but I'm totally okay with just having half of the lid here. And the interior of the pram has a jumbled mess of brown slopes and tiles that are meant to represent the cushioned lining. And right in the middle is a simple way that Grogu aligns and connects to the pram. He looks excellent floating in his hover pram, even if it does seem like he's starting to outgrow it. The display plaque build is a nice addition, and it creates some unity between the other Star Wars display sets. It features this great 6x12 printed plate that includes some facts about Grogu. Along with that, we also have this mini build of Grogu's hover pram that includes this cute little Grogu figure with that soft rubber head. The mini pram build is way too blocky for my taste, but I do appreciate its inclusion, and I like how the clear round brick makes it look like it's hovering. So I kinda like this set a lot. It finally leans into Grogu's cute factor, and it really does feel complete with a hover pram and printed plaque. Yes, it is a little pricey, but I'm surprised how jam-packed and weighty the build, especially the hover pram, feels. This is a great premium looking display set, and I love the inclusion of play features that allow you to pose Grogu as you like. If you are a fan of this Star Wars display set range, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. Anyways, let me know what you think of this set, and please consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you like this review and what we do. And as always, thanks for watching.